What's going on, folks? French Fit back here with another video. Today I'm going to go over 4 of my favorite hip mobility drills right now to help you loosen up your hips and help improve your performance in and out of the gym and just feel better overall. So a lot of people have tight hips. I think this is going to help a lot of people. So the first one is simply just an internal rotation drill for the hips. So you're going to have you sit on your butt, your knees bent, and you're going to keep your feet flat the whole time. All you're going to do is simply try to internally rotate your hips. So these are called windshield wipers. All you're going to do, making sure my feet are flat on the ground the whole time. Don't want to see this. Just internally rotate. Everyone's range of motion is going to be a little bit different. Each one, hold at an end range of motion for a couple seconds, and so on. If you lack internal hip rotation, you're not going to be able to have full power within your hips. So this is a really good drill. I like drills like this because you can really do them anywhere. You can do them at your desk. You can just pop yourself on the floor. When you wake up in the morning, before you go to bed, pretty versatile. Hit 5 to 10 reps each side. Should help. Do that over time. Should really help with your internal hip rotation. Another drill I've really been liking is a TFL Smash. So a lot of people, they end up foam rolling their IT band a lot because they're tight here. I don't think that's a great idea because the IT band is a big stringy piece of connective tissue, and connective tissue doesn't really stretch. It's made to hold things together. So rolling it and stretching it out, if anything, a lot of times it just makes it worse. So what I like to do is go upstream of the TFL, or upstream of the IT band to the TFL muscle, the tensor fascia latae. So TFL is basically sits in this little pocket right between your IT band and your hip bone here, and a lot of people's TFLs are super tight. In theory, it's supposed to sit in that hip crevice like more of a hammock, and if you're like me, mine's more like a bridge, so quite the opposite. So what I like to do is grab a softer like mobility ball. So I would not do a baseball for this, maybe a tennis ball. I'm using this lacrosse ball that has a little bit more give to it here. All I'm going to do is, this is just called a TFL Smash. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find a tight spot right there. All I'm going to do is just kind of roll around a little bit, kind of try to pancake on and off to it, find a tight spot. Ooh, yeah, there it is. And just kind of try to breathe deeply in. A couple deep breaths in and out. Really trying to put pressure on that thing. Now these are going to take a while. You need to do these pretty consistently over a longer period of time before you start seeing a big difference. But I guarantee you, if you dedicate time to these consistently, you are going to notice a big difference in loosening up your hips. So really great. I would recommend probably 1 to 2 minutes each side. Maybe if you're new, you might be a little bit sore after doing it. So maybe just start with 30 seconds each side, then progressively work your way up to like maybe 2 minutes each side each day. So really like that drill. Another drill I've really been enjoying for loosening up the hips is, so basically just a simple 90-90 position. So you're here. A lot of people will do this stretch. That's great. I like to use a technique called PNF, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. A lot of big words. Basically what you need to know about it is it's a contract and relax type of stretching technique. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just leaning into the stretch here, I'm going to put my hand on my knee, and what I'm going to do is press my knee up into my hand, contracting as hard as I can for about 5 seconds. Then I'm going to sink down into the stretch position. So I go about 5 seconds of the contraction, and then about 5 to 10 seconds sinking into that stretch. You can really customize it to whatever you like. And I'm going to go back to the contraction here. And what you'll notice is every time that you contract, you'll be able to sink a little bit deeper into that stretch position, which is why it's really good for improving range of motion. You'll see PNF techniques a lot with like hamstrings. If you have a partner, you'll push into their hamstring, and you'll be able to stretch your hamstrings a little bit further each time. So really good technique that I don't see utilized very often, but it's definitely helpful if you're looking to get a little bit extra range of motion. So I would do probably 5 times contraction, relaxation, 5 to 10 seconds each leg, and then kind of go from there. All right, so the last drill I want to show you guys today is a banded hip distraction. So all you're gonna need with this is some sort of thicker resistance band. You're just gonna find a sturdy post, or in this case a rack, to loop it around. So all I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna loop the band around. Pull it tight. What I'm gonna do, get this band up high around my hip, and all I'm gonna do is walk out a little bit forward and to the side, so forward and lateral, until I feel a good amount of tension, that band pulling me back. I'm gonna try to get my hips nice and wide, my hands nice and wide too to stabilize. All I'm gonna do here is rock back. Slowly, I like to rock back, hold for a few seconds, rock back forward. Now what this is doing is it's basically, a lot of people, including myself in the past, have suffered from hip impingement issues. So basically your hip is a ball and socket joint, and it can get really tight and pushed up against that the socket. This is basically just loosening that up, creating more space within the joint capsule, which is good for hip health. So I like to do about 10 reps, and then on the last one, just kind of hold for maybe 10 to 20 seconds. Really just stretch out that hip. Obviously, the more resistance is going to be, if you want more resistance, you can have a heavier band, or just keep walking out more to the side or more forward. So I would do probably 10 reps each leg, and do that each day if you really want to help improve your joint capsule, space in your joint capsule. Hey folks, hope this video was helpful. If you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing for the channel for more content like this. Comment down below any more video suggestions you'd like. Give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at French_fit40 for daily fitness and nutrition content. Thanks for watching. Peace.